Oy, oy, oy. I'm not going to show you my sweaty face, but this is a great way to start the day. And thank you. Sorry for physio. Thank you. Well, this is the bike I want. I want the updated model. I want the XSR 700 2026 model. I'm guessing it's going to be a beast, enough for the city, and hopefully upgraded with all the mod cons, because that same model's been pumped out for too long now. Here we go. Here's another one of those little cars that I was touching on yesterday. This one is probably the most popular. It's called a Biro, B-I-R-O, and you can also get around by a dirt bike. These are called fat bikes, and you see a lot of them in the last maybe 3 or 4 years. They've got really popular, especially with the youth of today. They see it as a bit of a status symbol. Now, this is my first recording during the day, I think, meaning this morning was, sunrise. Let's take a little gander at some Amsterdam scenes. This is just what greets you every day. Obviously the blue skies come and go, but you get the vibe. There's been a murder. So when there's crime in the Netherlands, they put these little models down in the place of where the crime happened, just like they do the chalk outlines in the USA. If you believe that, you'll believe anything. Example, the youth. Right, coming out into the open. Oh, motorbikes. This is more of a bike town. There's push bikes and scooters. You can also rent lots of scooters off the street. A couple of companies. One is called Check, and another one Go Sharing, but disregard, they've gone bust, I believe, and will wrap up at the end of this month. So Check, and they are good price. Now, more of these cars. Right, so all forms of mobility in this city. Right. Should I walk a different way this time? There you go. They're the original disabled people's car. They've been here since I got here into this country, and they were allowed to go in the bus lanes, and then everyone decided that they were like a weatherproof kind of form of transport, and then these cooler models came out and they had to tighten up on all the restrictions about where you could park them. Can you use bike lanes? No, you can't really anymore. And I still look at them and think, whoa, that would be pretty nice, but we've got 2 kids, so it doesn't quite work. They only fit 2, and neither of them can drive or are allowed to. Right, you'll learn with me that bikes catch my eye. Don't worry, I'm not going to deep dive on that, but respect to the BMW. Oh yeah, this little place on the corner. I think it's some kind of like semi-vegan or gay-friendly place. But I've been in there a few times, and the service takes a while, but the food and the vibe is definitely worth it. And this in the sun is a great spot that gets snapped up pretty quickly. Let's go over to the canal. Charmed, I'm sure. This is easy. This is when the content does it for you. Just deep breathe with me. Take it in. The 9 streets again. Is it a cryptic meaning? Not really. It's just a grid of streets that are all really boutique-y. You know, not that Calverstraat street I showed you yesterday, or even this morning actually, that was. These are all independent stores, by and large. And you know, they're just the right size, and you get that special service, and I guess it's an experience rather than a transaction. You know, it's a place to be seen and see. Get your fancy outfits, drink your strong beer. Hello. And occasionally a TikTok trend pops up where people suddenly go nuts for cookies. You know, look how they dress up all nice and fancy inside. They take it seriously. It's a big brand. And next to that is a chips shop. Now, you wouldn't catch me standing in a queue longer than 5 minutes, right? Because I lived in London for 16 years and had my fill of that. There's always an alternative. Jesus. Flashbacks during the war. And I think London's just got even more crazy since I left around 2013. And that was a great time to leave London, because that was when the Queen had her Jubilee and the Olympic Games, both in 2012. So, you know, the UK was riding on high. There was a lot of patriotism, you know, pomp and, what do they call it? They call it pomp and circumstance, you know, where they were proud. And now it's, you know, I think we all know the vibe in the UK's taken a little bit of a hit, and we wish the UK well. You know, going to events like proms in the park and things like that, where all the foreigners, you know, me and a bunch of Aussies and even people not from the colonies were there singing the old songs of the British Empire, not so that they could recolonialize the world, so that they could be proud of the values that they have and that they brought to many parts of the world. And I, by and large, support them. I mean, Australia would be a very different place. Might even be Dutch if they chose to settle there.